So this person has a large backyard.
Mhm.
So do I really need to walk my dog for exercise? We get told this a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't need to go for walks because we've got a, huge backyard. Yeah, we know that you should. Even I know you should exercise your dog, walk them.
Right.
But can you tell everybody why they should do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think having a backyard is wonderful.
Mhm.
Just because, you can let the dog out, let him go sniff, potty breaks. It makes life a lot easier to have a fenced backyard for sure. Um, but yeah, I mean, just letting your dog out in the backyard to run around and sniff and stuff I mean, that's not exercise. They might be stimulated in the sense that they're getting out and sniffing and barking at the neighbor dogs and stuff like that. But that's just overall, it's just not exercise. So,
Mhm.
um, yeah, it's just not really. So yeah, I definitely think that there needs to be some sort of like structured exercise. And, we talked about exercise a number of times on this podcast. Could be a walk, could be taking your dog swimming, could be fetch, could be going on a run, could be going on a walk, could take a hiking, things like that. Like there's a number of ways to actually exercise your dog. It could be like structured play with like a tug or a flirt pole or something like that, or practicing some sort of sport like agility or frisbee or something like that. There's
Mhm.
all sorts of activities that you can actually do with your dog that are a lot of fun. Um, but yeah, you definitely need to, go out and actually like practice with your dog and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
that's very, very important, that happens, and you
Mhm.
take your dog out. And just because one, you're spending time with them, you're building a relationship with them and stuff like that. But two, like they need a way to get their energy out, and if they're just running around a couple laps in the backyard or whatever it is, or barking at the neighbor dog through the fence, like I don't know. It's just not the most productive form of way to exercise your dog and stuff like that. And so we do hear that a lot, though. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that over the years that like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I don't take him out. We got a huge backyard, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, that's good. That's good. And if you've got a super busy day or something, you can't. It's not the end of the world. But you definitely should
Yeah.
try to take them
Yeah.
out and do stuff with them as
Well,
much as you
there's
can.
different distractions out there. They're using their brain differently, aren't they, as well, when they're out walking? And yeah, I love taking Sully out for his walks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a fun thing. It's a fun thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's also good too to just go outside. Like get in the
Yeah.
fresh air, get some sunlight, smell some fresh air, touch some grass.
Yeah.
Like those are
Meet
all.
your neighbors.
It's a good one too. That's a good one too.
Mhm.
So yeah, there was one thing I'd written down. I didn't really know where to put it in, but in the podcast today, but I walked in the back. One of our trainers was here this week, and I walked in the back, and he's filling up like this little like ring with whipped cream, and it's got like a little ball in the center of it. I was like, "What is that thing?" And then he clamped this thing down on top of it where the ball is sticking up out of it, and basically it's this little ball. And as the dog licks it, there's like little divots in the ball, so it'll pull more whipped cream out of this like little
Okay.
ring or whatnot. And so, anyways, the dog's just getting like whipped cream out of it. So we got like sugar-free whipped cream here at the shop. So anyways, he had brought his dog into work that day, so he gave it to his dog. But I just thought it was cool. It's like a little like licky wheel or something like that, or licky ball or
That's
something like that. I
cool.
just thought it was a cool like little mental stimulation
Yeah.
thing. He's like, oh yeah, that'll keep the dog busy for like 30 minutes to an hour or whatnot. And his dog, I think, licked it like twice and then was like, yeah, I think I'd
Yeah, I'm
rather
done
just,
now.
think I'd rather just bark at stuff. So it's like, great, wonderful.
Yeah. I got, the ones that we have
Yeah.
here for the dogs. I got one of those for Sully. He loves it.
Yeah.
His favorite one is birthday cake flavor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's nice.
because he does like the chicken one. I think I got him a chicken one, a beef one, and then I got the birthday cake as a treat, and loves it.
That's great.
That keeps him going for a while. I have not tried him with the frozen, because now you can do the frozen yogurt and other stuff. I've not tried that, but I will. But yeah,
Okay.
good enrichment toys,
Yeah, for sure.
worth getting.
Cool. Well,
Wonderful.
that's all I got for question one. So,
Okay. Well, it's funny about you just mentioned this in answering. So my dog barks at the fence when he hears um, dogs out or neighbors have gone into their backyard. Is this okay, or is this something I need to stop?
well, I think it depends. Generally speaking, I have me and Paige are fortunate, that our house, that like our neighborhood's just incredibly quiet. Like the
Hmm.
neighborhood that we live in, it's just
Yes, it
incredibly
is.
quiet, and so every now and then I can hear a dog bark, probably like 10 or 15 houses away or something like that. And it's
Would
just
it
like,
be mine?
wouldn't be yours. No, and it's like, and it's really like not too bad or whatnot. But I mean, put myself in like somebody's shoes the other day. I'm like, man, if we had a neighbor dog that just barked every time we were on the patio, I mean, that would be very, very frustrating or whatnot. So I think for your neighbors, yeah, probably should do something with the
Yeah.
dogs barking and stuff like that. But it sounds like if they're barking, well, if it's just the neighbors and the dogs barking at the neighbors, yeah, that's annoying. If it's the dogs barking at the neighbor's dog or the neighbor's dog's barking, that's, that's a two people need to make a solution about that,
Yeah.
as so to
Yeah.
speak. But yeah, I mean, I think it kind of depends. Like, I mean, is it bad? I don't necessarily think it's bad that your dog's like letting you know, hey, there's people by our house,
Yeah.
So a couple barks and then saying, thank you. Okay, you can stop now. I don't think that's necessarily the worst thing. Incessantly barking at the neighbor dog, I imagine that'd be annoying for like you and your neighbor. A behavior is also bad if you deem it as bad. Like there are certain things that like, dogs do where it's like, hey, if you don't want them to do that, it's like, well, they're your dog, so you have to tell them not
Yeah.
to do
Tell
that
them
or
not to do
whatnot.
it. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think it kind of depends. We have a family though that's in training right now, and they live on a really nice lake here in town, and their dog barks at the neighbor dog, or sorry, not the neighbor dog, just the neighbor. And the neighbor, gets frustrated by it naturally because he's got this. I mean, it's an incredible backyard. I mean, like walking out, I was like, this is a dream. Like it's amazing out there.
Mm.
And so, the dog barks at the neighbor though, and the neighbor's like, man, I just want to go outside and enjoy my time outside without the dogs, your dogs being annoying to me.
Yeah.
We paid all this money to be on this nice lake. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think it kind of just depends overall on the context and stuff
Yeah.
like that. If it
Very
was
well.
barking at the neighbor outside in their own yard, yeah, I don't want that to happen to me personally.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
neighbor dog's barked at the neighbor dog, it'd be cool if both dogs could be quiet, I guess. But
Yeah.
if the dog's just alerting you, hey, there's a person here, I don't necessarily think that's super bad.
Yeah. I must admit, I have this problem with Sully.
You do.
If the
It's a
neighbors,
learned behavior though. Rest in peace, Lenny.
if the neighbors come out next door, straight away he barks. But I do, as soon as he starts barking, I do go out and stop it. But I do think in some respects it is a good thing because he is alerting that things are happening around there, and it could be that it's not the neighbors. So I always go check it out. But we're getting better now, so he knows he barks, and then I get to stop. If he doesn't stop, then I have to go outside and say to him, "Come on," and then he'll come back in.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, well, it's always funny, like hearing Lenny and Sully bark. She'll just be in the back door just screaming her head off.
I don't have to shout Lenny anymore.
You don't. I'm just fond memories.
That was a slip, but yeah,
Fond memories.
but yeah. So that's a good one. So yeah, it depends where you are and the context of it. So